Good morning, YouTube. What the crap's going on? HeirofCarthage here. What the... Not quite. Alright, close enough. It'll get me by. My view to the chat is going to be a little bit limited if you all have like a long message. Yeah, it's just me tabbing out, folks. Don't worry if the screen was going black there, and it was just me tabbing out, fixing the stream stuff. So it's all good. How are y'all doing this morning? Hope you're doing good. I'm gonna load up the Fay Enchantress here. Yeah, I'm streaming this in 1080p. I was actually gonna try and do a stream in 1440. I'm having trouble in general recording in 1440. I need to try it on some other games, but whenever I record in 1440 on Warhammer, it lags for some reason. Like my broadcaster says everything's fine. It says it's not dropping frames or anything. And then when I go watch the video afterward, there's like all this crazy frame lag in it. And I cannot for the life of me figure out why. And I've just been trying like all these different things like G-Sync on, G-Sync off, different refresh rates, anything you can imagine, different broadcasting software. I've tried all this different stuff and it still lags for some reason. And then I was like, you know what, I'm going to try something. So I launched Warhammer in DirectX 12 mode and tried that, and it was fine. It recorded good. And I was like, well, that's fine. I'll just run Warhammer in DirectX 12 mode. Well, I restarted Warhammer in DirectX 12, and it just starts crashing. And now I can't even run Warhammer in DirectX 12. It just crashes every single time. Like, I can't even run a benchmark battle, which is weird because, like, a day ago, I went to run the benchmarks on DirectX 12 after they released the new NVIDIA driver to see if there had been any improvement. And it ran just fine. I got, like, 85 frames a second. And then when I tested it yesterday, it was, like, 68 frames a second. And then I did a second test, and it was 54 frames a second. It was like the DirectX 12 version was falling apart. I don't know what Creative Assembly did with the DirectX 12 version of this game or what's going on, but it doesn't work, and it's trash. And I got to figure out what to do now, because I got a 1440p monitor, and I can't record in 1440p, which means that most of the time when I'm playing the game, I'm recording. But if I can't turn it on 1440, then my monitor's kind of a waste, and it's getting really frustrating, so I've got to figure out how in the world to solve it. So, yeah, in any case. The Wood Elves want military access. I don't know how much I trust these guys, so I'm going to say no. Saying it sounds like a personal problem, Brex. Appreciate it. Thanks for the support. So DX12 works for you, Joker. Are you running a Radeon graphics card or a AMD processor, Joker? I'm wondering if maybe it's something to do with Intel and NVIDIA just kind of being stinky with Radeon and with DirectX 12, because Intel is pretty bad with DirectX 12.
You seek the lady?
These guys are probably going to go after Bilbali, and with my cavalry hild, I mean, I should be able to defeat... Well, I don't know, that's a lot of great swords. I should probably heal up a little. Quentin, I make you want to eat chicken? That's kind of an odd reaction to my voice, but be healthy. Yeah, I figured these guys are going to take Bilbali, that's fine. Yeah, I've heard that Radeon and of course AMD is made by the same, it's all the same company, right? But I've heard it does better with DirectX 12. Awesome, is that happening to you, man? Can you test DX12 on Warhammer and tell me if yours is crashing? All of a sudden my DX12 Warhammer crashes. You have to tell me how yours is doing. 'Cause remember we tested it the other day? I even sent you a screenshot. And it was working just fine. So DX12 makes my 1440p recording smooth, but then it just started crashing over and over again. Let's see. Yeah, I have a damn... Oh, they didn't actually even take my settlement. That's fine. I'm going to build a second army as soon as I have the economy, Michael. It's a good question. I definitely want one and need one, but I don't have the economy for it. I'm getting close, though. Those idiots went into a ambush stance somewhere over here. So I'm going to try the same thing, like maybe come... How much do I need for the ambush stance? Let me take a look. 25%. Let's actually roll down here and go into an ambush stance ourselves. We'll try and double it on these guys, or do the double crossing. It takes away chivalry for me to be in an ambush stance. That's pretty funny. Oh yeah, we're going to be killing some Estalians, Tora. We're going to go after them. Yeah, Appius, sometimes you got to sacrifice people, and Bilbali had to be the whipping post.
Let them speak.
Can we rename it to Palermo in honor of the most conquered city? If I can rename cities. I'm not sure if I can or not. Can you rename cities in Warhammer? Yeah, let me know how that test goes. Awesome. I have no idea why I'm getting all these weird crashes. We're going to enter the war on the side of our ally, of course. Okay, so we saw the ambusher. Okay, good. We're all set, so now we can fight these guys. I'm just trying to think. I mean, this is a pretty potent army they got here. They've got a captain and a lord. I can deal with their... cavalry. And I have the blessed trebuchet. They have 3 mortars.
Enchantress.
I can doom flock their great swords, so that shouldn't be a problem. But we're gonna have to deal with those howitzers. They're gonna be an issue. Let's go ahead and fight.
Attack.
You absolutely can rename cities? What? I thought that was just like an Attila and Rome thing. How do you rename a city in Warhammer? If someone knows, go ahead and tell me. Hey, by the way, how's the balance between my commentary and the game sound? Is it good? Someone let me know. I'd appreciate that. I'm going to target their great swords with the blessed field trebuchet. And then, honestly, we might be able to hide from the mortars, for the most part. Because we get this nice little bit of woods right where we start, and they're left out in the open, so this might be a blessing for us. I hate that I lost my battle pilgrims. That was a pretty decent unit. I'll have to get them back. Okay, all my infantry's hidden.
I am the Fay.
I wonder if we can draw out the mortar fire with our paladin, because they're not likely to hit him. See if we can hide the Knights Errant there. Knights Errant, as they like to say it.
Hold steady.
Okay, and we could try and doom flock them from a ways away too, and that might force them in. I want to force them to attack. Sounds good? Alright, thanks. Rudy thinks that Estalia is about to get crapped on. I like the way you think, Rudy. Yeah, let's target some of these blobs. I don't have enough magic to do a... Man, that would have been a perfect doom flock too. Alright, it's gonna force these guys to attack. Let's see if we can lure in some of their mortar fighter with the paladin. Come on, magic reserves, let's go.
For the king! Man of Bretonnia!
Alright, Trebuchet, I want you to be like insane deadly.
Right away!
Yep, look, we're gonna draw some of the mortar fire here. This is perfect.
The ground! At once!
Okay, drawing mortar fire. Let's try and draw the Estalian forces in.
Lord!
Getting some pretty nice hits.
Protect Bretonnia!
Let's keep targeting. We're gonna swing around this flank with our cavalry. I mean, I don't even know what the chances of them hitting me are if I'm standing still, to be quite frank.
Orders!
Let's spread these guys out a little bit.
We are in the wind! Yes, my lord! Awaiting orders! Slay them! Yes! Ready!
Start killing crossbows. I forgot to group my units.
Spare man at arms!
Okay, one cavalry unit should be enough to get this done.
I see much.
Let's charge.
Enchantress.
Where is my paladin? Okay. Need to focus on the great swords for the doom flock. This should be the greatest impact right there. We're gonna take out their cavalry. Crossbows, focus down. I'm gonna get my paladin in to help out over here. One of their lords is chasing me over here. This is good though. We've kind of lured out a bunch of units and we can focus in.
Run! Take an order!
There we go.
Yes, I'm ready!
Focus down some of those guys. Swing the cavalry in.
Bretonnia.
Let's get the Fay Enchantress up here along with the damsel. Help out against this lord.
For our lands.
Greenskins! Hastily! As you say! Orders!
Okay. Let's hit that crossbow real quick.
Knights of Bretonnia! Knights errant! For the king!
Let's get a rear charge there. Alright, we've
Awaiting orders!
for the most part cleaned up the mortars. Let's get our peasant bows reset to take out this Empire Knight.
Greenskins!
Okay, things are going pretty well at the moment.
The lady.
Okay, I'm gonna consider those guys dead. I think we got the Empire Knights gone again. Let's get rid of more crossbows. I need to work on my micro, folks. I'm gonna be trying to micromanage stuff better. I know it's just the AI, but it's a good place to practice. Okay, we gotta get away from all these great swords. So let's get out of there. Okay, peasant bows have wrapped that up. Let's get our paladin, move over here.
Sorceress. Destroy them.
Okay, keep charging on here.
Priestess of the lady.
Let's save this doom flock until that great sword gets in here. And then speaking of the great sword, let's give him a charge.
Take an aim! Move it!
Hit the halberds.
My gifts are yours.
There we go. That's going to screw over the enemies quite a lot. There. Oh, yeah. Doom Flock is the best. So I think we did it without losing a single unit. How's my micro there? I missed a couple of things, but do you guys think it was acceptable? Was it better than usual for air, or was it right on par? What do you think?
Orders. Quickly.
Smite them! The lady wins it! The lion is weary! Honor the lady!
All right. think we cleaned these guys up pretty good. Take the damsel over here. Hey, why not? We got magic, let's use it. We get tons of magic. It's like, oh, I guess, you know what I did forget on my micro? I forgot to use my arcane conduits and stuff like that. So, there was a micro mistake that I could have done better. People were saying healing, and I could have used heal. I think I have so much magic. I'm just used to the multiplayer, but you're right. That's definitely something I could have done more of, considering how much winds of magic I had. I had plenty of winds of magic to heal and take care of Doomflock. Good call. Thanks, Tom. Tom says that I was slightly better than a noob there. That's an improvement for me. Appreciate the vote of confidence, Tom. It should affect chivalry to run people down. You know, it should, but it doesn't. So Eric can still be chivalrous while being unchivalrous. It's a beautiful thing. I want to kill as many of these high tier units as possible. Look at it ranking up my questing knights. And this Grail Guardian, dude. Triple chevrons here. 130 leadership. That's pretty sick. Even my peasants have been doing pretty good in combat. I think we're good, though. Let's, oh, that's another great sword unit. I hate letting those guys go. I think we've fairly sufficiently destroyed that one. Let's just fast forward for a second. You like running down the fleeing soldiers, Appius? Oh, the Fay's Comet, that's right. Do I have the Comet? I don't have it yet because I haven't done the quest battle. I need to look and see what the next chain is in the quest battle mission so that we can unlock the Comet for her, because that would be pretty sweet to have. Now, you make a good point, Markov, for asking whether or not I'm even chivalrous to begin with, and Patchy is not chivalrous whatsoever. That goes against pretty much everything Patchy. Leadership, chivalry, yeah, let's do this one. Alright. So we have destroyed the main Estalian force, and this will put an end to what's left of that force. Ooh, more magic reserve? That's just absurd. Alright, we get some level up here on the lady. And I want to get Arcane Conduit, because we need ways to draw that power better than we do now. And then I'm probably going to do a cooldown buff to regrowth. Maybe to all of the spells, since we have so much magic. Alright, let's get the Deadly Onslaught for this guy. Or, Deadly Onslaught's not that good. Let's just keep working on Scarred Veteran. We'll get Deadly Onslaught later. Unit Killer. Skill selections that made this character more effective at slaying enemies. I like this. I don't know why, but I like it. Well, I mean, I know why I like it. You know what I'm saying. We can't put any of these enchanted items on here, I don't think. Because see here we have this... Was it a casting item? Yeah, here it is. Sweet! We can put it on her. Perfect. So we got an arcane item there. So we get even more Winds of Magic Reserve, which is absolutely absurd. And we're probably getting a better economy now that I have some iron to trade too. So let's start trading the iron. I want to upgrade this settlement here, and we'll upgrade the defenses because I think we'll need it whenever beastmen start spawning. And we probably can trade a second army here soon, but what I'd like to do is go ahead and take Tabaro. I'd honestly like to take over Tylea as well. That would just be some nice additional income to have, but right now I've got a trade agreement with them and a non-aggression pact, so I would have to break that and wait quite a while, so I don't know. We'll see. Probably won't happen in this episode. take a look at the chat here while I'm going on an end turn. What's the great dad joke that I need to use here, Appius? Oh, people are in the chat saying they're looking forward to Skaven. John Patrick wants me to recruit a new army. And then Daniel Brown saying he wants ogres in the game. So the Wood Elves attack Clan Angren, so now I'm going to be at war with the Wood Elves. And that's not good because they have a very high strength rating. But I have to do the chivalrous thing. I have to enter the war on the sides of my allies.
Dark are these times.
Estalia is going to be begging for peace. We need to hurry up and wipe them out. Protected vows, so I can lose 80% from my trade agreement. That's great. Or 25 leadership for cavalry units. What is like all this constant negative bullcrap? This is like the only part of the Bretonnia campaign I don't get. It's like, hey, look, we brought you choices. Both of them are horrible and going to leave you in a terrible spot. And we do it every few turns. Okay. Thanks, CA. So I either lose all my trade income, or I deal with my knights having 10 turns of terrible leadership. Like, I mean, that's stupid. I'm going to pull up to here so that my guys can keep retraining. This province is pretty upset right now. We'll be there in case there's a rebellion. Now we could have Wood Elf issues. Let's check out who, if anybody else, ended up joining against the Wood Elves. Probably not a lot of other factions. Carcassonne, Empire. So there's a few of us who are at war with the Wood Elves now. And that's going to make the rest of the elves hate me, but I do still have some agreements. And it's not likely that our allies are going to want to join us in that war. Let's check the diplomacy just to make sure we can't get like Paravon or someone to join us here.
Welcome to fair Bretonnia.
Yes, they are actually down with it. So let's go ahead and start the first confederation. And then we can maybe get a trade agreement with Bastogne,
friends.
since we
Let's
just
hope
lost
we
that one.
can
Oh wow,
come to an
these guys
accommodation.
want to, they want to confederate with me too. I didn't know you can do it like back to back. Let's not confederate with them just yet and keep the trade agreement because that'll help me at the moment. And then obviously they've got a big army somewhere because all of my income just got eaten up by it.
Do you know who I am?
It's a trash army too.
Your coming was foretold.
Well, let's see here.
Protector of the realm.
Actually, it might be a fairly decent army considering that it's
Spellcaster.
Lore of Life, Prophetess.
Honor before glory.
But I'd rather just have the Lord or the Lore of Life. Lore of Life is probably more handy. If I'm going to have the 4 horse archers, I'm not sure if there's as much point in having the peasant bows. But I mean, the upkeep on most of those units
Guardian.
isn't bad. There's a foot squire over here I want though, so let's maybe ditch the peasant bows.
Lord.
And let's put... We don't need the extra yeoman, mounted yeoman. Let's disband these units. That'll save me a little bit of upkeep cost.
Noble.
And then we can try to keep the elves at bay for now. Let's see what kind of building setup they have here. They have all this really high level cavalry stuff and barracks, which I already have over here. So, and then these buildings over here are wasteful as well. They're not needed. So let's start making this province more productive for us. And Paravon will need defenses. So let's get defenses, and then maybe we can focus the other buildings on more income, drive our income up.
You seek prophecy.
War coordinate for Patchy Chivalry. Let's see. Let's go ahead and go hit Tabaro. We need to go take it out. Put this province entirely under our control. So I have a second army all of a sudden. I don't like it a whole lot. These men-at-arms polearms are kind of cool. These yeoman cavalry are trash, but could be good for running down elf archers. And then I like the mounted yeoman, giving me some options. And then this foot line here is fairly sturdy. I'll tell you what we really need in this army is a damsel. And I'm not sure if we have a building to recruit them from. We need a Grail Chapel. So let's take a look at our building tree and remind myself where the Grail Chapel is. Right here. So we should probably build a Grail Chapel in the new settlement. We can do that on the next turn or so, maybe. Okay, but in any case, I think we're good for now. We can issue a decree up here. Control and reduction in corruption. Sure. Should be good. Because growth-wise, we're in pretty good shape. Let's just do the control.
No evildoer may receive
No, I didn't
the
get what you were
blessing
saying,
of the
Appius. I was just reading the chat. The dwarves want me to pay them for a peace treaty. Sure, I guess. I don't like paying them, but I also don't like being at war with them. It's kind of pointless. Smedley's asking what the damsel does for an army. Basically, I just want her to be able to give the magic. Oh, wow. The elves are going to lash out. Well, this is kind of good because it'll draw Bordelot into the fight, which we really kind of want. So now we should be able to war coordinate if more of these factions are at war with this. What is with the constant negatives here? Recruiting shortage. Look at this. Leadership for cavalry. Oh, their confederation's actually good, but then the... Oh my gosh, like, it's just constant weirdness. Where's your main army? Here's Albric. Albric, get up here, broski. It's time for the lords of Bretonnia to come fight. Fight like they mean it. Looks like the vampires are making far more inroads than I would like.
I have seen your heart. We have met before.
We met before? I don't remember that. I'll support these guys if they go in here to attack Arguelon. I'll do my best to support them. I don't know if we'll win. Not until the Fay Enchantress gets up here.
Destroy them.
Alright, we should be able to catch Estalia on the next turn and put them out once and for all. We got a lot of money for something. Oh, it was the demolition of all those buildings. I was trying to figure that out. I was like, where did I get so much money from? I want to start with the Grail Shrine. We're going to need defenses at Canals as soon as possible because these guys can go underground right now and wipe us out. But fortunately for me, the elves have been made to be less aggressive, oddly enough. I'm trying to think, does this cellar... Does it have to be in the same region? Or if I build it over here, will it work? Oh, there's more trade resources. Let's build the stonecutter. That makes far more sense. Got that going on. I can't build up anything there if I choose that option because we got the pastures there. The pastures are giving me nice growth, but I'd kind of like to just build up to the tailors. I'm doing good on peasants too. I mean, the pastures are definitely nice for retraining. There's no doubt about it. But not 100% necessary. I'm going to ditch the pastures, and then we're going to go ahead and drop a tailor And put that chain there too. So hopefully we can drive our economy up. That's going to be my main goal there. We actually have the money to upgrade Castle Carcassonne all the way to a duchy capital here. Okay. Alright, I'm going to end the turn. Try and look through some of the comments while I am. Seller has to be in the same region. That's good to know. What does Clan Angrund want? They want me to join their war against the Greenskins. That's alright. You got it.
I am Morgiana, Fay Enchantress of Bretonnia.
Join the war against Marienburg? I'm good. You got it, Artois. What's my favorite DLC? Good question, Brex. Probably Wood Elves. I think that's been my favorite DLC so far. With a close second with the, probably the Beastmen. Let's see. And I say Wood Elves just because their little mini campaign was actually a whole lot of fun. I really enjoyed that one. Alright, I want to just get Estalia dead as soon as possible.
For Bretonnia.
Okay, so Estalia is gone. And we're going to make sure that we have defenses in all these settlements. Which part of me kind of hates because it's a little bit of a waste, but it's also kind of a necessity. We could probably build... Yeah... Dang. Yeah, it does have to be in the same one. That's kind of annoying. I wish they would let you build that all within the same province. That would be a lot more helpful. I wonder if there's a mod that fixes that. So I may try it. Get extra control from this building chain. Goes all the way up to level 5, so that'd be better in a main chain province. It's honestly not a ton of useful stuff we can build down here because of the way I'm going to have to build defenses, but having all the ports will be a big benefit here. We get the income from those, and eventually we'll get this level 5 port down there, so that kind of makes sense. There we go. Let's build the cellar. Are my allies mobilizing? Province secured, buildings, equipment. I don't see anybody mobilizing. But fortunately the dwarves aren't mobilized, or the elves aren't mobilizing against me. Which is fortunate for me. Fortunate for me. Alright, damsel lady. Let's see what we are working on with you here. So Doomflock's cooldown is been lowered. It looks like I was maybe going to work on some of this stuff. Let's just go ahead and throw points in here.
I protect Bretonnia.
Yes, you do. Estalia can now have the control plus 10. Good.
No evildoer
Yeah,
may
some people
receive
may
the
ask about my
blessings of the
mods.
lady.
Arguelin's probably going to declare war on me now. Or no, they're going to ask for peace. Perfect. Let's counter offer. Okay, it's already moderate, so let's just take their offer. It's a small token of peace. We're up to strength rank 10 all of a sudden, which means that the rest of Bretonnia is probably likely to confederate with me, but at the same time I kind of like my trade agreements with them at the moment. And we will confederate at some point, but my trade agreements should, yeah, see how my income's all of a sudden up quite a lot?
Ask your favor, and I will check with the Demas Kron that you are worthy.
There we go. Pick up some trade with the Dwarfs. Alright, border princes.
Do not greet me as a friend.
You're the
Nor
holdout.
are we foes.
There we go. More trade agreements. More money. More money. That's what we want. And if we're going to be doing the trade agreements, it makes sense for me to build up the... See, I got a stone cutter here. Is that the same thing I have down here? No, I have lead. Let me see. I'm gonna check out my trade. Summary records, statistics. No. Okay, it's in the finance one. What am I thinking? So we're producing iron, marble, and salt. We're importing pottery, dyes, timber, iron apparently, which is odd because we're exporting it too. Is there like a spot that tells me what each resource is worth? Resource value 10, resource value 16, salt is 12. What are some good valuable things? Furs are pretty valuable. Gemstones looking valuable. Dwarf beer, which we'll never have. So, but dwarf beer is pretty valuable. Wine is a nice resource to have here. Let's take a look at the map, and there should be... Yeah, I think this one's our resource filter. Let's hit some of the filters. Yeah, here's wine and Bordelot. So if we were to confederate with Bordelot, we would get a hold of... I don't even think... Pastures? That's not a thing. It's not a trade resource, so that's kind of annoying. Yeah, we could pick up wine trade to all the others, which would be pretty valuable. I was wondering what you're doing there, Captain Awesome, and then... Was that G-Money? Or was that little N, we'll call her, out of your two kids? Okay, it was G-Money. G-Money got a hold of the keyboard.
You seek the lady?
Yeah, Awesome's got some cool kids.
I will grant you this boon.
Man, you should have come to the engineering soiree yesterday. Awesome. Should have invited you over. All right. Bali, Paravan. So it's a little bit quiet now. Like, I'd like to have more battles, but it'd be nice to wipe these dudes out if we could get enough support. Like, where are you guys at? Get over here. When I said attack, I want all of you over here.
Honor before glory.
My axe thirsts.
Check out, see if I'm leaving them defenseless here. No, yeah, you need to get over here. Get over here and help me attack these guys. If we get enough troops up here, it won't be that hard.
I am Morgiana, Fay Enchantress of Bretonnia.
Am I heading to Marienburg? I'm not sure, but yeah, the super port in Marienburg would be huge. That would be a big piece of income, but it also means a place we'd have to start protecting
Those
against
seeking
bargain
my
scaling.
counsel usually kneel.
But it could be worth it. The dwarves are now reaching out
The
to me
lady
peacefully.
grants you her blessing.
Baston wants me to join the war. Let's focus, Baston. Focus. Come help me kill whatever that other faction is, like Targ something or other. Hit up the port wine in Bilbali. Port wine? What are you talking about? Ah! Crap, yeah, they got wine. That's what you're talking about. So let's build this up and we'll get a hold of wine. Good call. Chat for the win, baby. So did we get... These guys won't confirm their war targets. Well, it says that they have the war target, but they're not moving. So that's irritating.
Yes.
Maybe I can just use my two armies to crush them when the time comes. So
I
let's
am the Fay.
beeline it back up here and see if we can go give these elves a beating. Glad someone was paying attention about the wine there. Leadership for peasant mobs. I'm not really concerned about peasant mob. Construction cost for infrastructure. Melee attack for peasant mob. Not important. None of that's important. So I could get bonuses versus the wood elves, but it's going to make all of them hate me if I research that, so that's kind of a risk. Because all of these over here have to do with certain factions, right? So we would lose relations with the undead, but we would lose attrition and gain leadership when fighting, and that could be useful. I mean, kind of thinking about what we got. So income from industry would probably be nice. That just means we have to go through and spend this money. Let's go ahead and do one turn of research here, and then once I have the money, I'll probably roll through some of this other stuff. Okay. Yeah, I always get it eventually, Brendan, when I see the chat. That's correct.
Greetings. Who
Support the
seeks my
peasants.
wise
I'm not using
counsel?
any peasant mob. What is this? Bordello wants me to join their war against the Wood Elves. How about you get your dang army over here and let's destroy Torga, whatever it is, and then we'll talk.
Greetings. Who seeks my...
Wow, the main Bretonnia faction's looking pretty weak.
Greetings, Dowie. What do you wish to discuss?
Military alliance. Well, then that puts me at war with the vampires. But is it a bad thing to have this military alliance with Zufbar? Probably. I mean, they're kind of small. They don't have like a whole lot of power. I'm not interested in that at the moment.
Grave news, my lord.
I'm sure it is
Word
grave
is
news.
spreading across the land of a dark power rising in the northern wastes. The armies of chaos are on the move. They surely plan to invade the world of mortals once again. Prepare your defenses well, for the forces of chaos spare no one in their quest for bloodshed.
You know how we're going to take down chaos? Questing Knight spam. So that'll take care of that. Questing Knight spam with healing. Chaos defeated. It says I'm already at war with the Wood Elves, so what was the deal with them asking me to join the war against the Wood Elves? We can certainly make this army better. We have access up to Grail Knights if I have the right building, which I don't think I do. Pegasus Knights and Royal Pegasus Knights would be freaking sweet. Whew, that upkeep though. Dat upkeep. Okay, so we have tier 1 defenses.
My reputation with you.
Bilbali. There's a few more turns before we can take advantage of the wine resource there. But yeah, questing knights, we're gonna spam the living daylights out of those to handle chaos.
Grave news, prepare your defenses well, for the forces of chaos spare no one in their quest for bloodshed.
Get off my screen.
Prepare your defenses well.
Oh my
for
gosh.
The forces of chaos spare no one in their quest for bloodshed.
So like, yeah, thank you. Be gone. Man wench. Alright. Alright, let's save some money so that we can build structures we want. We got the lady moving in. I really want to improve the lady's army. But my gosh, the upkeep from like these cheap units up to the good units is pretty absurd. I've got decent leadership and other stats on these units. They're just, I mean, they're peasants. It is what it is. Let's just go ahead and end another turn. I could always call the Green Knight to help me smash elves. But I mean, there's a lot of elves in that forest, and it's gonna get ugly trying to clean them out.
Still, Sivaron. Let them speak.
Okay, if you want a peace treaty, you need to pay me. You'll definitely be giving me a trade agreement. And probably some payment here as well. Wow, these guys are really wanting peace. We're going to extract 2,100 gold and a trade agreement out of them. Done. It's good to get Boris on our side anyway, and then the trade agreement's not going to hurt. All the more reason to get that wine opened up. Mark Neal says the Green Knight is a living example of why broccoli is evil. That's pretty funny. So, improve the omens. Crap, no, I want my money. I'm going to risk some wrath. Look at this. 2 beast stacks spawn. This constant beastmen spawn is beyond nuisance. I'm going to move up on it. What's this stack? Is it any good? Let's go take a look at it with this army. This army is not very good, so we have to be very careful about what we choose to engage. Whew. It's Morgar and quite a few other units. Yeah, so let's kind of ignore that beast stack for a moment. And my allies like refuse to mobilize versus the elves. Why are we at war with the elves? None of you are mobilizing. Let's make peace here. How about that?
Speak briefly, then remove your vile taint from the hallowed halls of Athens.
How about you remove your vile taint from in front of my face, ugly? Vile taint.
If I had my way, the wild hunt would...
There we go. If you had your way, shut up, Mel Gibson.
Speak briefly, then remove your vile taint.
This ain't Braveheart, buddy. Alright, we're making some peace treaties. There's just no reason for us to be at war with the elves, and I'd like to go help the Empire get rid of Crooked Moon, because this is ridiculous. Like, they need some help up there. So if we can go help them get rid of Crooked Moon, and we need to fight off... chaos. I want a buffer between me and Archaon eventually as well, and having the Empire alive works to my advantage. Ooh, this armory. We're definitely going to do that. Because as I earn this new money, we're gonna make the Fay's army pretty awesome. Is having a Dawi head chivalrous? That's a good question, Thomas. It'll put me in the Book of Grudges, but it may be chivalry.
What brings you down from your mountain halls, dwarf?
What brings you down from your mountain halls, dwarf? I don't want to be at war with the vampires right now, so as much as I want your money, make sure all your friends have military. Oh, good call. I wonder if that's why they're not activating their armies. Yeah, military alliance, military alliance. Military access. They all have military access. Everybody who needs it has it. So they're just being lazy.
Ever ready.
Hey, Cygor much? Really?
Enchantress.
Just a few Cygors there. That is gonna be absurd. But we need to kill these guys because they're just gonna sit here and raid me. Yeah, I really should auto-resolve it because it's gonna give me an easy victory. I'll fight it though because I haven't gotten to do many battles. But the auto-resolve would have been much better from a practical standpoint. But since the stream's gonna end soon, I need to go ahead and fight this, get in some more combat for you. I'm gonna get slaughtered by these Cygors. I'm gonna spread my guys out a lot. Hard group these guys. Peasant bows should do decently against a Cygor. Okay, I don't need the trebuchet in a group. Okay, you got those losers over there. Alright. So we got some cavalry running down each flank.
I am the Fay. Of course.
Okay, alright, let's do it. Attack! Otherwise, we're just going to get slaughtered by Cygors. I'm actually going to kind of break up my men a little bit. Oh, them Cygors. Hopefully the woods will block some of their own shots. Alright. Focused on micro, people. I'm gonna focus on micro. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna not stink. The heck was that nonsense?
Peasant bowmen! Protect Bretonnia! To glory! Shields! Aye! Fire! Yes!
Is that Vile Tide or something that he keeps spitting at me? I'm gonna focus on the Minotaurs.
Ready to destroy!
Where's Malagor? If I were Malagor, I'd be hiding in the big ball of Cygors back there. Let's go ahead and try and just get rid of all the infantry. So focus the infantry, ignore the Cygors for now. I don't know where Malagor's at either.
As you say!
There we go. I mean, I am blobbing up, which is definitely going to help the Cygors to a degree. I have no idea where Malagor is at. I can't spot him. There he is. Forward! Spread our cavalry back out to the flanks. Okay, push these guys. Fay Enchantress. Spread out quickly, please. Spread out quickly because of the Cygors. There we go. Let's go run down the archers. More archers to run down. Peasant bows. What the? Misclick? There we go. Okay, kill Malagor. When the Dark Omen dies, we are far more likely to be successful at ridding ourselves of the Cygors. So I know ignoring them is definitely a lot of pain for me, but I think we can just kill them via leadership by wiping out the Dark Omen. Die, Dark Omen!
Sorceress.
Kill him! Thank you. There we go. Okay, now we should be able to wipe out the remaining leadership. Alright, let's start focusing. Yep, alright. The Cygors start to fall apart when they get hit now by heavy attacks. Speaking of micro.
Awaken, my vengeful brothers.
Knights of Bretonnia!
Okay, we got one Cygor out. Let's focus another one over here. We're just going to start focusing Cygors one by one. Break their leadership. Sorry I'm not zooming in a lot. My micro's bad enough up here from high in the sky. There we go. Let's take group 4. Peasant bows hit the routing. 3. Group 4, group 5. There we go. Alright. It wasn't without pain, but we got ourselves rid of the beastmen army here. Get you all a couple of decent views, because it's hard to get you a lot of good views while I'm trying to control the battle. Well, I know I should have done the auto-resolve, John, I told you that. But I didn't do the auto-resolve because people deserve to see battles as well, so, yep. That's part of my goal there, make sure they get to see the good stuff. Let's end the battle. I figured out that my lord was the Fay Enchantress. Yes, correct. I should have been enchantressing people. Alright. So we are going to kill The beast captives. I don't even know why we'd be taking captives to begin with. I don't recall authorizing the taking of captives. I don't think we'll lose any of our units by doing this. Alright, so we got rid of one beast stack. There's another one that needs our attention, and it's off raiding our allies. Let's go ahead and push forward as far as we can. The Enchantress ranks up. Let's do the regrowth buff there, the cooldown buff. And then more cooldown for all spells here. Let's do that, because again, she has a ton of magic. We wanna just be able to crank out the magic. And then the Paladin, we can finish off Scarred Veteran. So he's now got as many hit points as possible. And then we'll go to Deadly Onslaught, and then probably maybe try and get down here to like Exemplar and some of these others that could be helpful. Oh, he's got another point because it was level 15. So, Deadly Onslaught, there we go. Why am I still using normal men-at-arms? I just haven't had a chance to replace them. I've got 2 of them with shields, see? And then I just got these other ones. I could replace them. They have chevrons, and they're not bad at this point.
Who calls me Hex?
But the shields would probably be a valuable investment. Legendary defense. I don't really need Trebuchet. If anything, I wonder if I should just build this Grail stuff here, because that's where I have all these buildings. Yes, that makes the most sense, actually, I think. I'd like to have defenses here, but, I mean, we could probably live without the extra defenses. So, if we build the Grail Shrine here, we can come up here and remove this Grail Shrine and build something different. Still won't work exactly the way I want, but we can get something else in there. We might as well. We have the farms here. Oh, we have the farms here. We could use that to, what is these? Requires a workshop. We could build a workshop, and then we'll be able to get fire arrows and pox bows. So that's definitely what we want to do. So then that'll open up more of our recruitment. Name the Paladin? What am I going to name the Paladin? Help me name him. Does the Green Knight's horse make ethereal crap? Yes, it absolutely does, Thomas Cole. In fact, I'll be holding a collegiate level class on ethereal crap. So help me name the Green Knight or the Paladin, and then we'll jump out. The damsel needs a name too. Until you guys help me rename her. We're gonna call her Spell Winch. The Unpleasant. She doesn't look very happy. Pal the Paladin. Sir Tim. Patchy Chivalry. We could name him Patchy. I think we should name him Patchy. Alright, let's rename him. How about Sir Patchy, Lord of Peasants? Does that work? I like it. Alright, thanks for helping me out. I'm going to jump off the stream today. That's all the time I have. I will be streaming again at about 1 or 1:30 my time, so check out my channel here in a little while. You'll see. It's not going to be the 200K special. I didn't have time to really plan it this week. I need to actually go back through some of my videos. So I'm going to go ahead and try and get the 200K special it's scheduled for next Saturday. I want people to see it plenty ahead of time. I didn't want to rush it today and have a bunch of people miss it because they didn't get to see it. But in any case, hope y'all enjoyed the campaign today. I had fun playing it with you here. I'm really enjoying this Fay Enchantress campaign, actually. I like it a lot. It's been an interesting challenge. I like the units. The Lord or Lady here in this case, the Enchantress, is a lot of fun. I think she's definitely one of my favorite.
Protector of the realm.
You guys want to do something about this? Where's your chivalry? Maggots. Alright, let's end one more turn, just because we have to. Alright, here we go. Alright, hopefully these guys will actually activate there. I think we're good. I've got some money. We'll start up here next time. HeirofCarthage signing out. See you later.